Hey everyone, so today I'm basically just going to kind of outline some of the features and upgrades that I've done to this Anet A8. Um, it doesn't look very good right now, mainly because I've uh, I've done a lot of upgrades, haven't really done some upkeep, um, and some of the pieces are broken because, well, I'm an idiot. So yes, I posted that on YouTube. I am an idiot. Mainly the reason why is I just am. Okay, so as you can see right now, I'm running some Ninja Flex. Ninja Flex is basically this really elastic kind of material, and it's I've even printed vacuum belts with it, which is just phenomenal. I mean, this stuff is great. Um, but as far as quality that this printer produces, I would definitely put this up against, something like the Prusa or the um, yeah. I mean, I guess what I'm getting at is for a cheap $200 printer, I mean, this thing is doing some really awesome stuff. So right now I'm kind of making some of Nick's fingers, which this printer just did not do great when printing in bulk. So you can see where all the hairs and stuff are coming from. Now the difference is I should have printed these one at a time, mainly because with this type of filament you have to turn the retraction off. Mainly the reason why you need to turn the retraction off is uh, it will get stuck. So as you can see, this little piece here, it broke off. Yay! So I just stuck it up here because I didn't want to redo the wiring or anything. But this is my own design, which you can see it broke off in mid-print. Yay! But mainly it's supposed to have two fans that come, one over here and one over here, and takes care of your. I got some. Looks like I've got some built up here. But basically, what I did was this is a V6 clone, and at the time that I built this thing, it was meant to be a Bowden. So you can see the Bowden mount up here, or the extruder mount up here, and then the actual extruder is here now. So I had to build this X carriage, and this X carriage is basically uh, just a rework of some of the stuff that I found on Thingiverse. But as you can see, I've got the Hulk braces here, which just greatly makes this very rigid. Um, some of the my extruder is, or no, my filament's trying to run away here, which I need to print a tensioner up here just to hold that. I had some what was it? I had it flopped over again. Some zip ties kind of holding it on and keeping some tension on it. But as you can see, I've got the micro adjustments here. Um, this was my very first print. In fact, you can see some of the white. That's that is a test filament that came with the Anet A8. But yeah, this is the very first print that I ever made with this printer. So it's kind of getting loose. So I'm having to hold it up with some zip ties. I'll wind up remaking those again, but I want to get some different filament. I want to get some different color filament, maybe some blue or yellow. I'm not sure yet. This thing prints PLA like nobody's business. I mean, it loves PLA. And then this crimson color here. This is actually ABS. Now, a lot of the X carriages that you find on Thingiverse, they want to make their own bearing holders. I did not like that idea. I mean, and I'm serious, I did not like that at all. Mainly because the tolerance had to be absolutely perfect for this rail to be able to slide. Let's see here. I don't know if I've got, yep, motors are off. But even with, you know, this has like almost perfect. Uh, this is lined up almost perfect, but yet I've still got a little bit of drag here. So if I went with the actual bearing holders that Thingiverse was coming up with, it was even worse. So just mounting the old bearing holders onto this plate, onto this X carriage, worked out a whole lot better. And I really like this design a whole lot more. And then, you know, in the description, I'll post where I've got all my little upgrades and stuff. As you can see, I still have some tape, even with these, you know, glass holders on the hotbed. Mainly because these pieces here don't exactly fit just right, so the glass moves, and it also, you know, the glass pops up because there's nothing holding it down. So anyway, I got this little tape on here, so it'll work out a little better. I saw somewhere where they turn this Y carriage upside down. I may do that maybe in the future, but this guy here, this was a pain, especially when I first printed it. Everything wanted to fall apart because the bolt heads here, they like to expand when being tightened. So I had to go through several different types here before I actually got one that worked out really well. And then when I printed this, or when I found this brace here, it said it was for an Anet A8, but all the holes and everything and just were completely off, and I had to trim some up and make it so it actually fit. And, I mean, it doesn't look too bad, but I think I'm going to redesign this and possibly make something a little better, something that looks a little nicer. As you can see, I haven't exactly gone for aesthetics. Functionality is more my key. I recreated this. I recreated this housing, but unfortunately, I didn't leave room enough for some of these extended pieces here. So I had to recreate the door, and I put a really nice design on it, but that was before I actually put this Hulk brace in here. When I put the Hulk brace in, the door became useless because you couldn't open it, so I just took it off. Also, as you can tell, I have no LCD display on this. And one of the main reasons for taking this LCD display off is I actually burnt this board up. Yes, I'm using a burnt board. However, it still works. It just doesn't work with the display. So, yeah, it's kind of weird. Anyway, so as you can see, I am running a Raspberry Pi, and my Raspberry Pi is running, you know, that camera, which it looks like from this angle one of my LCDs are off, or not my LCD, but yeah, it does. It looks like one of them burnt out. Huh, that's weird. Well, good news is those things are like 20 bucks. But yeah, if you got any questions, yeah, like I said, I'm going more for functionality than I'm going for aesthetics. One day I may decide I want to clean it up, and but I've got a lot of plans for this. And this is kind of a temporary setup here. I designed this so that I can easily take the extruder off mount it back up here and then run the Bowden down. And as you can see, if I move this guy, it's still got a tube in here. And here's the that thing does not work with, yeah, so this guy does not work with a glass bed. So I put it up here and I just kind of tuck it out of the way. But so I've got this monstrosity that doesn't work, and then I got this guy that's broken, and I have to reprint it, which that's alright. I mean, I designed this guy, so I think I got more ideas for this guy. Oop. And then I stick something in this fan right here. Now, if we're talking about noise here, this thing right here makes more noise than every other piece here. It's that fan. So I got that fan, and then these two fans. These two fans make more noise. Would you stop? Yes, I know. Tape, yay! So what do you expect? But that's a little bit of what I've done, and I'll clean things up a little bit and make it look a little nicer one day. But if you wanted to know, here's the LCD display that came with that board, and I really liked it, and it really had a lot of functionality. But as you can see, it's mobile. Cords ain't long enough. Got to get some cords, and apparently I've got to get a new ramps board, because yeah, like I said, I burned it up, but yeah, it was cheap. So got any other questions, concerns, comments, whatever, you just let me know in the comments below, and I'll try to answer them as best I can. Thank you.